Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies. We're sisters who discuss all things related to work, family, and personal growth.
We draw inspiration from everywhere, especially from you, our listeners, to keep moving forward with joy and laughter in the big adventure that is life.
1 week at a time.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of 2 adult children, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a mom of 2 littles, and I work in higher ed.
In this episode, we give updates in the follow-through, and then we share recommendations in media moments.
But first, Azizi, we're at the last days of summer.
Yep.
It's like squeezing out the last drip drops. And I just want to give a plug for our Happier Ladies summer playlists.
All right. Forgot about that. You gotta shake it off. And
from summers past.
Yes.
We'll link them. I've been listening to them in the car. It's fun.
Really?
Yes. And
it's still relevant?
It's music that we like. What do you mean it's
Yeah,
still
that's
relevant?
True. It's aging well.
I mean, most of my songs were like over 20 years old anyway. So
that's true.
It's fine. But especially, I think on one of the playlists, I included the Shakira MTV Unplugged album.
Oh, yeah.
It's from 2000. It's
that takes me back.
So good. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember listening to it in high school, and that was like, it's a vibe. It's just a great live album. And like, I don't speak Spanish, but I know like most of the lyrics to that because I've just listened to it so much in high school. But
wow,
it has such a fun electric feeling. Highly recommend.
And Shakira just had a moment with the World Cup.
Yes.
She was like the closing halftime show person. Very cool. Okay.
Back to the beginning.
Let's play it. Keep it going. Keep summer going a little bit longer.
A little bit longer. Hey, it's not Labor Day yet.
It's not Labor Day yet. Or is it when this comes out? I don't know. Maybe it is. We're back with our first segment, the follow-through, where we revisit something we said we would do in a previous episode. So, from time to time, we check in because there are things that we say we're going to do, and then we need to share if we did them or share when we did them. So, first, you're up, Malika. In a previous episode, we talked about your vacation dilemma and sort of all these different options that you had for how you were going to spend time with your family. So, what did you decide?
All right. We ended up submitting Quincy's paperwork for his passport.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it came back last week. So we're going to Canada.
What? He's free to leave the country.
He's free to leave the country.
Good for him.
We're going to do a 4-night trip.
Okay. So you were trying to decide if you're going to stay at a relative's place.
Yes. So
in Cape Cod or something?
It's in Connecticut, but near the beach. And you urged me to just go all in on the family vacation where we could stay more than 2 nights.
Yes.
And that the other thing we could do later. So I kind of came up with a middle ground, like, okay, let's do 4 nights at an Airbnb, and then we could go to this other location for 2 nights. Found out today, she is letting somebody else use it that weekend.
What?
So
that's not an option anyway.
We were like in communication because we had initially put out like, can we come sometime this whole week? And she's like, yes, but we never were really concrete. It was always like around this date. We never concrete. Yeah. And so she's like,
okay,
just checking in with you. These other cousins from the other side are going to use it on these dates. Can you use it Monday through Wednesday? And like, no. So anyway, it's for the best.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of thinking like 4 nights, that's not a whole week. But for us, I think that's a good amount of time to be in Canada. Like, I was wondering if we were going to have the stamina to then do 2 more nights somewhere else.
Yeah, somewhere else. Yeah.
So anticipating we might just cancel that part of the trip anyway. Now we don't have to.
Yay. Decision made. You get to go to Montreal, right?
We're not going to Montreal. We're going to Quebec to an area called Lake Magog. Haven't been there. Somebody recommended it. And I found a place it's like a condo. So it has a pool. It's in a
Nice.
walkable area. There's a grocery store across the street and restaurants. And it's like a 10-minute drive to a little lake beach.
Oh, how nice. That sounds lovely.
We'll see. It's going to be an adventure.
And you're speaking French?
I don't know. I think so. Everybody also speaks English,
Okay. So you're the only one speaking
but I'm going
French.
to try to speak French. I would like to. I mean, immediately
Practice.
it was like, should we go to Canada or stay here? Well, if we go to Canada, then it's an international cultural experience, like,
Yes, of course. You have the
so
choice. Go to Canada, and it'll be Quincy's first time.
it will be Quincy's first time. So that, yeah, I think the idea of like a full week, we got to work up to it at the end of the day. We got to work up to it. So
Yeah.
I think doing this will be a good step and we'll see how it goes. And we'll have a couple days on the backside where we're just hanging out at home.
Time to decompress and re-enter is a good idea.
Yeah. We'll figure out what to do on those days. Maybe we get a babysitter.
There you
We'll
go. And you
see.
go decompress somewhere.
That's the
Sounds
thing.
like a good
That's
idea.
decompress with a toddler. That doesn't happen. So we'll figure it out. But thank you for your support.
Yes, it's exciting. Well, you'll have to report back when it's done.
Yes, for
Maybe
sure.
send some polos when you're there.
All right. The Catriel concert.
Yeah, so Malika, you turned me on to this group, Catriel and Paco Amoroso, and you found them from the Tiny Desk concert,
Yes.
NPR series. I fell in love with them, couldn't stop listening to them, and then saw that they were going to be at the Greek, which is so close to us in LA. And so the girls and I went, and it was so fun. It was so fun. It was like I hadn't been to the Greek theater in maybe 30 years. I think I was in high school the last time I was there. And it's so much easier than the Hollywood Bowl, I have to say.
Yeah.
We have all these different venues. We're so lucky. And the Hollywood Bowl is iconic, but the Greek theater is just more accessible. And
Yeah.
they've remodeled it since I've been there. So we Ubered there, got our seats, and immediately the theming was happening. And Sinai picked up on it right away. They had these two like hospital beds on stage, and they had on the screen, there's some like longevity influencer. They had quotes from him.
Hmm.
And so I was like, oh, that's that guy that's like trying to live forever. Why would they have quotes there? And why are the hospital beds? I was like, I don't know. Like, but she picked up on it and turned out their latest album, like that was the theme, was about like, I don't know, living forever, surviving. I don't know, like tied in. It ended up being so clever. It was like a true performance, really
Hmm.
entertaining. And their opening act was a sound bath. So it
Oh,
was really elaborate sound bath where she asked the whole audience, like everyone to take a breath and close their eyes. And she had the bells and the chimes and the whole deal. Like that was
wow.
different. And then we just partied. It was great. At a certain point, because I realized they were going through their album, the songs that we liked from the Tiny Desk concert weren't on that album. So
Mm.
I thought they weren't going to perform them, but then they did. And it was like, yay! So it
Yay.
felt so good to hear them live. And they're funny and charming and makes me want to keep practicing Spanish. They had the subtitles in English
Oh,
to all the
cool.
lyrics, which was really cool. So they were projecting the English as they were singing the songs in Spanish. And what else? Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. The only downside was the merch wasn't great. I
Hmm.
wanted to get a t-shirt, but I'll have to maybe get that on their website because I didn't really like what they had there.
You don't really picnic at the Greek, do you?
The food was not great also. So you can't bring food. And the food that we chose ended up not being the best. There were a couple of other options that we could have chosen. So no, you have to buy the food there. You
Okay.
can't bring food in. And yeah, that wasn't the highlight for sure. But it was just nice as always to be with other people. Like everyone here is here for the same reason,
Yeah.
and everyone was here to have a good time, and you're out in nature and it is, a beautiful summer night and the weather was perfect. It was just like such a vibe.
Yay.
Yay. That was fun. All right, Malika. So you had a Shakespeare experience
I
that
did.
you completed. How did that
I
go?
did. It was fine.
Thespian in the family?
It's with a P, thespian.
Thespian. That's what I said.
ChatGPT again.
Thespian? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? It's not thespian?
Yes.
Thespian.
With a P.
Oh my gosh. My P's and my B's.
I signed up. I did this experience. I have only talked about it kind of vaguely on the podcast because there's an anonymous element to it. So it's this
You don't want to get
company.
too much away.
Exactly. But basically, it's a production of a Shakespeare play. This has happened for several summers. This year was The Winter's Tale. And if you're interested, you kind of reach out to the director. There's no audition. She just kind of interviews you and gets a feel for what you're interested in. And the play is cast, but you don't rehearse with the other actors. So the rehearsals are all one-on-one with the director. You learn your blocking, your lines. I had 5 rehearsals. One of them was in the performance space, my own private dress rehearsal. And
Wow.
then the night of the performance, you don't know who's the audience and who's the actors. Everybody's sitting in the audience and the play begins and like somebody stands up and says the first line
Oh
and
my
then they walk to the
gosh.
stage. And like when you hear your cue, you stand up and you go forward. So
Did you get chills?
I don't think I got chills.
No?
I didn't get chills.
It sounds so exciting.
There was so multiple people are playing the same role. So nobody's like doing the whole play themselves. Like,
Oh, I see.
so you have different chunks. But what's cool is there's also little community narratives woven throughout the piece. So the director sent out messages during the rehearsal process asking for stories on themes that are in the play.
Hmm.
And actors wrote in and other people, community friends. And so she's woven these little testimonials throughout the play. So it's kind of like a meditation on the play. It's not the straight, like, definitive version of The Winter's Tale. And there
Okay.
were actually 2 different versions on different nights with totally different
Wow.
actors.
This seems like a lot of work for the director.
It was a huge undertaking for the director, which is what I realized at some point, like, she's doing a lot, and it's a labor of love. She has some grant funding,
I
community
see.
grant funding for this. But she also has the pieces. She's like the only one who sees the whole picture and gets to see it come together, which is,
Right.
I realized in this process, that is what I love about theater, is that as an actor, you are privy to the whole thing
Right.
and you get to share it with the audience, which is different from TV and film.
Yeah.
In TV and film, you come, you do your scene, and then you see it later. Sometimes you don't even get to read the whole script, like,
Right.
and this kind of felt more like that, which for Shakespeare, I realized I don't actually want to do that. I really want to get to know the play and like hear it a million
Yeah.
times and have inside
Mm.
jokes and make
Mm.
friends with scene partners. And it kind of, this process is just not that at all.
Right.
It was very convenient because all the rehearsals were at my house except for the one in the space. So like it felt like,
It's
wow,
accessible.
this works for my lifestyle right now. And
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, I missed all of those other community elements in the rehearsal process. And then
Yeah.
the performance felt more like, oh, I just hope I don't mess up my lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
That said, I will not do this again as a performer, but I would 100% see it because
Right.
it was magical. It did have that buzz and that
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
There was a tango dance in the middle. Like,
Oh, wow.
there was cello music. There were all these other little pieces that you just had no idea about. And it was just so cool to see people just step up and do their part and come into it. So I'm proud of myself for doing it. I learned part of a play, did 2 performances, but I was pretty stressed out throughout.
I'm so sorry, Malika, but I'm so impressed with you that you can do Shakespeare. That just at all. Like, I've seen you perform many times, and it's so impressive. It's really hard. It's very hard. I can't even get my B's and my P's together. You're, like, reciting all of this old English, text. Now, do you remember do you have, like, a favorite line from the play?
Yeah, there was a favorite line. Do you want me to say it?
Yes, recite it. What character did you play?
I played Paulina. The play
Okay.
is weird. If you know The Winter's Tale, I'll link a synopsis or something. I don't wanna give the whole thing, but
Right.
there's a moment at the end. The scenes that I was in were at the end of the play where this character who you think has been dead for 16 years is actually alive, is a statue. It
Mm.
seems like it's a statue of the woman, and it's actually comes to life. And I'm the
Mm.
only person in the play who knows that this person is actually alive. And
Mhm.
so there's a line where the king, the husband, is like, "Oh, I wish you could make the statue speak and move, you know?" And I say, "It is required that you do awake your faith." I just love that line.
It is required that you do awake your faith. Beautiful.
And then I tell everybody to stand still, and then I do like a invocation and the thing comes to
Ooh,
life.
wow.
But it's just like things that you want, that you believe, you have to have faith for them. So that was fun to say that line twice.
Yeah. So, but your part was at the end, so you had to go sit through
This is the part
everybody's.
of it. Yes, which is I'm after
Ah.
intermission. I was in the
Oh,
last like
wow.
20%. So I'm just sitting. I mean, I was enjoyable to watch the other performers, but
But you had to keep up, like, with your part, like,
exactly.
the anticipation of when you were gonna go on. Yeah.
So lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Yeah, you tried it out.
I
You tried
tried
a
it out,
thing.
and
You learned the
I
lines.
just want to read in my spare time.
Yes, I know. I know. Yeah, you can go back to it.
I don't
Cross
want to
it off the
do
list.
homework or I don't know. It's funny. I reserve the right to change that opinion, but for right
Of
now,
course. Yeah.
I was
Take a break.
glad to be done with it.
Did you get any pictures?
I don't think so. Maybe
Wow.
Norm took a picture. I don't know.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Next time, get a picture. Okay.
All right, Azizi. Graduation party.
Yes. So this, like, celebrating Ilea, who graduated from college, was on my list of things to do for 2027 and
2026.
2026. Thank you. For 2026, it was on my list of things to do. I really wanted to acknowledge her, this milestone and this transition, and, celebrate her accomplishments. And there were a lot of things happening in a short period of time. And, preparing for the cruise, being the cruise director, which was also on my 26 for 26 list, was happening. And we had to schedule the party for like 2 days after we got back from the cruise. That was the last weekend that we were all going to be together. And that was a time when the space was available at my parents' place. So, knowing this, going in, I just couldn't really grasp the amount of details that I had to put together in a very short period of time
Yeah.
right after coming off of this, like, intense cruise experience. And when I realized there were 3 things that kind of went wrong and 2 things that were kind of beautiful that I'm gonna say about the party.
Okay.
So, the first thing is that I realized that I hadn't properly invited everyone who needed to be invited.
Mm.
Put a lot of time and effort into designing the invitation and then gave it to Ailey to pass to her friends, but then I didn't really send it out, and I didn't realize that until a few days before, like, "Oh, no, wait, what about this person? What about that person?" I skipped the step of sitting down with Alea and we make a guest list
Mm.
together. That's an important step that should not be skipped. And so I had to share this invitation 2 days with family members and say, "I'm so sorry, I really want you there. I'm just putting this together." That didn't feel great. A lesson learned was take the step to write down the guest list because it was a real party and this
Yeah.
wasn't just like a whatever, casual get together. The second thing that went wrong is Ilea asked for stickers. It's like a cute thing that kids do, I guess, is they like to have stickers of their face to, like, give out. So now I had it at her party, and so Ilea said, "This is what I want." Great. So I was on it immediately, went through the company because I knew it takes some time when I did it for Sinai, picked out the picture. They were gonna be delivered while I was on the cruise. I got back from the cruise, opened up the package. The stickers are of the wrong face. It is not my daughter. It is some other guy selling barbecue
Oh,
sauce or
no.
something, and this is 2 days before.
Oh, no.
This is, like, the one cute thing that we were gonna have to give out, and so I scrambled, but luckily I found that at Walmart, they make address labels same day, and you
Wow.
can get the address labels as a photo,
Oh.
and so it was much smaller and longer, but I made it work, and in the same day was able to put this together. And then the third thing that went wrong was it had a giant poster of Ilea that kind of put on an easel. We also did this for Sinai for her high school party. People can sign it. It's just like it announces that you're at Ilea's party. That came through, picked it up day before, all ready to go. We get to the venue, no one brought it. Ilea had it in her hand. She put it down to pick something else up. And then when it was time to put up the poster, it was at home. It wasn't at the venue. It's like, well, I can go back and get it. I was like, no, it's just, let's just not. It's
Yeah.
okay. So we had to let that go. So those were the three things that
Wow.
kind of went wrong. But the two really lovely things were I had a vision of a photo display and photos of Ilea's life from beginning to where she's at just all different
Hmm.
stages. And I combed through all of my photos. I went into my inbox to the very first email, which was from 2001, and went through and looked for files of photos that people had emailed me over the years and put together. I think we ended up with 50 photos.
Wow.
I bought 50 frames of different sizes, but all the same color from the Dollar Tree. And then we just put them out all over, and it was really beautiful. And so people could look at all these pictures of Ilea at different points in her life. And then at the end, it was nice to be able to give it away. Like,
Yeah.
if there's a photo anyone wants to take with them, they can. So there were some with her friends from high school that were going to be there and college, and obviously when she was little with Sinai, the family. So that really came through. And then the last thing that was really nice is that even though many people were invited 2 days before, people came.
That's awesome.
People came, and it was a really special. It felt really warm, and it literally felt warm. It was very hot, but luckily indoors it was cool. And mommy and daddy said a few words, and Ilea made a speech. Sinai said a few words. It was really a nice moment. So done. We did it. Felt good despite all of those challenges. And she starts vet school tomorrow.
That sounds amazing, Azizi. You really put together an event, and those mishaps, it's frustrating, but it seems like the main objectives were met and exceeded, and that she was really celebrated. You wanted her to have kind of a real time to mark everything she's accomplished, and you did. I love the
Yeah.
photo. Did you do a video of the photos?
Maybe Sinai did. I should ask. Yeah, I'll fight. I'll have to pull that together. After I talked about this in the previous episode, I got really sick.
Yeah.
So everything just dropped. Like everything's still in piles by the front door, but she was very deserving of it. She hadn't had a party since she turned, I think, 16. I think that was the last time she
Hmm.
had her own party because she's the kind of that's like, no, don't bother. I'd rather not. I'm not going to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be able to do this, and I learned some things. It's fun, but there are some steps that should not be skipped, especially the invitation part.
Yeah.
It's really important to invite people with the proper amount of time. And yeah, and maybe I have like one a year in me, but I'm happy to not have anything major to celebrate for a few
For
years
a
now.
while.
So,
Yeah. Well, good job.
and she had a shout out to you, which I have to tell her to share with you.
Yeah, I think we debriefed.
Did she send it to you?
It was written down?
She was reading from her phone.
Oh, I'll ask her. She kind of mentioned that she shared just gratitude for living near us and getting to spend time
Yeah.
with us while she was in college.
That was very sweet. I know if I could have had a photographer or a videographer there, I would have, because that's another thing that's important, but it was very heartfelt.
Sorry, it was sad to miss it. That's one of the being on different coasts things, but
I know, but we'll scrape pictures together from somewhere and get them to you.
okay. Well, I'm glad it happened and that you feel good about it.
And I'm glad you were able to be at the graduation.
Me too. That was great. That was
Yeah,
fun to be a
that
part of
was
it.
fun. Well, we did a lot of things, Malika.
Been a
Yes.
busy summer.
It's been a busy summer. We did things we said we were going to do.
Yes.
Well, let's take a break. And when we get back, we'll share some media recommendations.
So, Azizi, because my word of the year is soft, I'm super excited to announce that we are partnering with Cozy Earth, and they have the softest pajamas ever.
What? Malika, you're usually a t-shirt and sweats girl, so this is quite an upgrade.
I know, I've up-leveled. Their bamboo stretch knit pajama set is amazing. It's so luxurious and comfortable, and they look great.
I've been sleeping on Cozy Earth's bamboo sheet set, and it's so soft, cool, and comfortable. They are an absolute delight. I'm done with scratchy sheets for good.
We all deserve to be surrounded by soft and beautiful items in our lives. Head to cozyearth.com and use our code HL20 for an exclusive 20% off. That's code HL20 for an exclusive 20% off. And if you see a post-purchase survey, mention that you heard about Cozy Earth on the Happier Ladies podcast.
The perfect lunch combo. That first bite of your favorite sub, followed by ice-cold Pepsi. Add a couple of friends, and now that's next level. Suddenly, the laughs get louder, the stories keep flowing, and the food tastes better. Because Pepsi brings out more flavor, more fun, and more of the moment. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi Zero Sugar today.
We are back with Media Moment, where we discuss what we're currently reading, watching, or listening to. Azizi, what is on your queue right now?
All right. The first thing I'm going to talk about is The Odyssey because it's kind of a big deal. It's a big movie of the moment. Have you seen it, Malika?
I have not.
So I knew I wanted to see it, and I wanted to see it in the theater, and gathered up my movie watching friends. I don't have opinions about the screen size or quality or sound. That is a thing that people are really focused on. I knew I wanted to be in a theater where I could recline my seat all the way back. That was the most important thing to me. I was like, it's 3 hours. I'm going to be comfortable. I want popcorn. I want to be able to get up and go to the bathroom. So I found the theater that had the seats and settled in, and it was enjoyable. I haven't read The Odyssey since high school. I didn't remember a lot about it. But what was fun was that Sinai had just read it like a
Hmm.
year ago or 2 years ago. And so she was so excited about different parts. And it
Hmm.
was like, oh, this is when the thing happens, or this isn't quite like that. So that was really fun to have a literary person next to me to like get excited about some of the interpretations. There were parts that were scary. There were parts where I closed my eyes. It was visually stimulating, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good movie, but it was funny watching the Odyssey and then getting on the cruise and
You're
then on
like,
a boat.
oh.
And I was like reminded of how, especially it's funny when I would get nervous about a bump or the rocking, I
Yeah,
thought, this is the oldest form of public transportation there is.
true.
Like, boats have been taking people places for the longest time. So they've had a long time to work out the technology. I'm not going to worry about the boat because I saw the Odyssey. They did it, some of them anyway. They didn't all make it. Spoilers, but it was an enjoyable movie. I would recommend it.
Okay. I didn't know that you were going to see it.
Yes, and I want to see Spider-Man and I want to see Toy Story 5.
All
Those
right.
are also on my list.
Line them up.
Light them up. Okay, home-worthy apartment tours on YouTube.
So I fell back into this groove. It had been a while. Homeworthy is a channel on YouTube that has like home tours, all different sizes, but I've gotten into like city living, family of 5, 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, wow.
Like there's several videos that have this and this kind of theme. And I don't know why, maybe it makes me feel better about our stuff and our clutter and like, but I'm also just fascinated. I'm like jonesing for city life right now. And so it's fun
Yeah.
to see these families living in these spaces. And usually the video just features like the parents talking or the kids aren't in it, but you're just
Right.
seeing how they make it work in this.
How they store things.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's good kind of ambient television,
Yeah.
but also sometimes I am really watching, but it's just like hitting the spot. Interior design, thinking
Yes.
brain, like
I love this.
the videos some of them are a little more rambly than others. It's not like a tight, quick, slick thing. It's just like
Right.
somebody actually going around and pointing to everything in their apartment and like telling
It's
you.
not like apartment therapy or like that version.
Apartment therapy is a little bit more streamlined.
Yeah,
These tend to be longer. They're like 30 minutes long or
I see.
40 minutes, but I'm here for it.
I love this. I was thinking about it because we're solidly entering this new phase. Roommates with Ilea. We both need study spaces.
Mhm.
And so I want to flip our living room and dining room.
Okay.
So I've run it by everybody. Everyone's on board. But I'm not a person who can remodel. Like, this is a
Yeah.
thing that people do in their lives is remodel. I cannot remodel, but I can move furniture around. And
Yes.
so every now and again, I get the urge to like shake things up a little bit. And those videos are very inspiring for that kind of thing.
Yes. There's a show for you, Azizi.
Okay.
No Demo Reno.
Is this with Leslie Jones?
No.
No. Okay. What is this?
They renovate homes, but they don't do any demolition. Like you'll get inspired.
I'm writing it down.
Sometimes it's like technically they're not replacing a wall, but they're doing other construction things, but a lot of it is just like paint.
Yeah.
Peel and stick wallpaper, move this
Right.
here.
Yeah.
It's the other good thing about the home where because the apartment living, a lot of them can't do anything really to change the space. But
Well, that's what I'm thinking about. It's all about flow and
yes,
furniture pieces and choices and like
yes,
how to just make things more efficient. So I'll talk about it later, but I have an idea about how to use our space better with this change, but it would really
yes.
shake it up.
Exciting.
Yes. Excited too.
All right, 72 hours on Netflix.
Well, this is just delightful, Malika. It's on Netflix. It's like a movie. This is a thing now, right? Maybe it's not a new thing, but I'm just noticing there's a lot of movies being put out on Netflix, Peacock, and so on. They're not Hallmark movies,
No.
but they are just made for these streamers. And this one is Kevin Hart and then a bunch of the young guys from the new season of SNL. I
Okay.
don't know all their names, but they are so funny. And the dynamic is that Kevin Hart is this like older, middle-aged marketing guy who's tasked with marketing vodka to young people. And he's just like falling flat and missing the mark. And then he accidentally gets put into this group text for a bachelor party with these young guys. And circumstances happen, and he ends up going on the trip with these guys that he's never met before
Okay.
because he's trying to understand the youth kind of population and how to market vodka. And it's so funny. It's like, it's very well written. It's heartwarming. And it also plays around with the differences in generations and masculinity and
Hmm.
how people express themselves and like what's okay and not okay. And it's very cute. I highly recommend it. Moves fast, really funny.
Okay.
72 hours.
Look at you on the movies.
It's like The Hangover. Like,
Okay.
you remember that vibe?
Yes.
It's set in Miami, so it's like that. It's funny. I know, I'm trying listen, I've been sick, so I've had some time to just watch a lot of things. That was a fun movie.
I feel like I only watch movies now when I get my hair done.
Right? Yeah.
So I will put
Or on a
this on the
plane or
list.
something.
Yeah,
But, like, I bet Norm would like it. It's so cute. It's really funny, and it has good messages.
fun.
Yeah. Okay, so next on your list is Vannaborn DJ sets on YouTube.
Yes. So this is a YouTube DJ. I guess I don't totally know. She does DJ sets. She also has some other, like, I don't even know how to describe her. She's like
Is
a
this like the coffee shop DJ thing that you turned me on
kind
to?
of, yes, I've talked about that. So she
Yes.
does sets from her apartment somewhere in her house.
Right.
It's not like a coffee shop. It's not a public venue. But
Uh,
she's kind of dancing. Sometimes she's just working. She's got a cute little tagline. A lot of her content is like metaphysical, spiritual, tarot, astrology. Like she does little
okay.
videos, but then the music is just the music. And it's like dancing. She's got some that are more like reflective. But I realize like I'm just into her DJ sets. Like
Oh,
I like the music for one. She uses a lot of world music, eclectic. I like her style, I guess. But I think the fact that she's also working, she's like DJing, but she's also usually doing something.
so you're co-working.
Exactly. It feels like that body
Ah,
double situation.
yes, yes.
And sometimes she'll like be really into a song and she'll stop and dance or like mouth the lyrics
Love
or
that
whatever.
because she's a human being. I love
Yes.
that. Yes, that's important.
But I keep going back to her channel. So
Okay.
she feels like a friend. I'm into it. And there's some music, the Latin, she has like a Latin music mix. She might be Brazilian. I'm not positive, but
Doesn't matter.
the Latin music has some really good jams in it where I've like
All right.
look them up and then I'm like finding, when you're
Yes, it's
like, oh, I want to
inspiring you
save
to try
that.
new music.
Yes.
That's great. That's a good DJ. Okay, I'm gonna look her up.
Anthropium.
All right, this is funny. I just did this morning. First of all, I'd taken like 2 months off of the New York Times. I just like
Okay.
needed a hard news fast for a little while, but I'm getting back into it. And the 6 Good Things list, I think that's what it's
Mm,
called, is so good. And there was a recommendation for an art history game called Anthropium, and it's a New York Times art history game. And it is 10 questions, and it shows you an artifact, an art piece, and you have to place on the map where this comes from and also on a timeline, the year.
yes.
So it will show you an artifact, and then you have to say, I think this is from Japan. I think this is like 500 BC or something like that. And then it will tell you the right answer. And then at the very end, it gives you a score and it tells you what percentile you're in for the people who've taken it. And it was so fun for me because it brought me back to my art history days, which was my hands down favorite class that I took in high school. And so I was going through it and I was doing it and then ends up in the 98th percentile of people taking the
Hey,
quiz. It's like, I actually really know this stuff.
wait
Like,
a minute.
really?
98th percentile?
Yeah, top 98.
I couldn't hear you. I wasn't sure if you said 90th or 98th.
Yes, it was a good score. So it was like a little boost. I
Okay.
got really close with a lot of them, obviously. And I want to keep at it. I'm going to keep doing it. But it's just a reminder of I love art.
Yeah.
I love art. It's the language of the people, and it is the best way to understand history. I'm going to keep doing that, and I recommend it for others. And it was just fun.
Can you play every day?
I think so. I think you can. Now I have to figure out how to get to it
Mhm.
because I got to it through this other link. So I have to see if it's just on the New York Times app or where I can find it. And I will say there were some glitchy parts of pieces of it. It might be a game better for the computer, for the laptop versus the
Hmm.
phone, because there's a lot of moving pieces. And there a couple of times it kind of redirected me, but that's a recommendation for a game.
That's cool.
And you have Draw Your Day by Samantha Dion Baker.
Okay. So I went to this stationery festival recently,
Yay.
which I'll share more about in another episode. But I had a fabulous time and I did a workshop called Visual Memory Keeping. And the leader of this workshop was this woman, Samantha Dion Baker, who is an illustrator and an author and has this following. And this book, Draw Your Day, was her first book that showcases this process of like sketch journaling, capturing your day in images and like how to do that on an ongoing basis. And I'm in the middle of it now, but it is just so inspiring to me. The workshop was inspiring, but I also really appreciate it. Just makes drawing very approachable. And there was a line in there, she's talking about how most kids really like drawing and coloring, and then at some point you stop doing it. And it's like, maybe the person next to you drew a picture of a dog and it looked more like a dog than yours. And so you started to feel like, oh, that's not for me.
Yeah.
But she's kind of inviting people to go back to that, like reconnect to that wonder. And like, so what if your drawing looks like a 6-year-old's? Like, great.
Right.
Draw like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And that kind of unlocks something for me to like not have to be good at it, just to find joy in creating images. It's fun to hear her. She kind of came back into drawing. She was always loved doing art drawing, but then it kind of fell away. And she has 2 kids, 2 boys also, and was like deep in corporate world, and then kind of came back to drawing and retaught herself. And
does she have a method like of drawing? Or
she does, and she offers some techniques. And that was kind of the class that I took, was talk through some of that, of like how to arrange the space and
on the page.
Yeah.
I see.
But a lot of it is just jump in, just try it and start. And like, if you do this regularly, it's going to evolve. She knows people who draw stick figures, and it's just like great and interesting, and because it's your own expression.
Have you done any pictures?
Well, I did some for this class. For the workshop, I started drawing some things.
Cool.
So I can share an image of that. But it's fun. I want to try it.
I love this. And I've talked about visuals and how important visuals are to just like unlock understanding or memories or reflection, or to communicate, or just to relax. It's just relaxing. When I was in graduate school, every day they had, and I don't know who set it up, but there were color pencils and coloring pages just in the room that we shared for whoever at any point wanted to do this. And so sometimes at my staff meetings, I'll bring coloring pencils and pages just to give people something to do while they're listening. And it's just so soothing and relaxing, and we should draw more. I agree. I have occasionally added sketches to my journals, but not nearly enough. It's rare.
Yeah, I would like to try to do that more. It's like whimsical. It's
accessing a different part of your brain also.
Totally. So that is my current read.
Wow. Well, we have some really interesting recommendations.
Yes. There are things going on. Always good to hear.
Things to try. And there were so many more, so we'll have to do another one of these later.
Yes.
We had many more recommendations that didn't make it. But yes, so many good things to watch and try and do. Tell us, what are your media? Like, we should ask our listeners, what are you watching or trying, or what games are you playing now? Please share with us.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll share our peaks and valleys.
The perfect lunch combo. That first bite of your favorite sub, followed by ice-cold Pepsi. Add a couple of friends, and now that's next level. Suddenly, the laughs get louder, the stories keep flowing, and the food tastes better. Because Pepsi brings out more flavor, more fun, and more of the moment. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi Zero Sugar today.
We are back with Peaks and Valleys. because in life there are always peaks and always valleys. This is an even episode, so Azizi, you're up first with a peak.
Yeah, so my peak is, okay, I'm getting back into the swing of the school and setting up systems, and I've really wanted to think about my weekly schedule. There are different elements to my schedule that I know I want to have. Like, I want to have regular time in the classrooms. I want to have a couple of days where I leave right at the end of the day. I want to have a couple of longer days, all of these things. And so I decided, let's go to chat and let's see if AI can help me with this. And so I just typed in my problems and my
Yes.
dilemmas, and it gave me a schedule. It's like, excellent. Here's a sample schedule. Would you like me to make it into a spreadsheet? Would you like me to use fun colors? Would you like me to, like, yes, yes, yes. So I made a PDF. I put it in GoodNotes, and it also has a place where I can put my top tasks for the day. So I'm going to experiment with this and see if it can help me be more efficient with my time.
All right. So it
Yes.
listened to you, and on first glance, it looks like it actually will work.
Well, no, it took a few rounds.
But you
This
got
was not a
there.
first. We got there. No, we were like
Yeah.
on the path. And actually, at one point, I started in Gemini and then I moved to chat
Okay.
because I didn't like the visuals that Gemini was giving me. It seemed to be kind of stuck. And so then I went to Chat GPT
Hmm.
and you cringe. and, and it was much better. And it was like, hey, I could do it in this style of planner or this style of planner. And it just unlocked more. And so then the hard part was getting it to GoodNotes, but I navigated that. So now that it's in my template folder, so every week I could replicate
Cool.
it in my the spread.
Nice.
So that is my like tiptoeing into AI.
I'd say more than tiptoeing. You're waiting around.
I'm waiting around a little bit. It's still surfacey.
Yeah.
I'm not coding, but
But you don't need to.
I want to though. I
Okay.
want to.
Okay.
I want to. I don't need to. I want to. But remembering it's on the team is the
Yes.
part.
Yes.
Like remembering, oh, this is the perfect thing I could run by this tool.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your valley, Malika?
So in my travels, I was taking the train home, and I had like a pretty small margin of time between when my workshop ended and when I needed to be at the train.
Sounded like a whirlwind, Malika, this trip.
It was pretty fast.
Yeah.
And the valley is that I had enough time to make it smoothly, and I was just overconfident in my ability to navigate a brand new situation to me.
Yikes.
And so I was like, you check the maps, like tells you how long it's going to take. And I was like, oh, I actually have time. Let me take a breather after this workshop. And I should have
Right.
just gotten to the train station and then taken a breather. Right. But
Yes.
so basically I ended up, because if I did this every day, sure, you can make those calls. But when it's your first time navigating this particular subway station, and that you
Yeah.
never know where you come out and all this stuff. And basically I believed I needed to take a local train. And so I was waiting for a specific subway that wasn't coming. And there were like 3 express trains that passed.
Oof.
And finally I realized I could take an express train, but I was running through the city and then the train station with my bags. Like,
That's not a good look.
it's not a good look. And I was just like,
Mm.
there was no other train going that night. Like, I would have to stay another night
Oh my gosh.
just because I was overconfident in my ability
Right.
to
You didn't
navigate.
use your time well.
And fortunately, the train left like 12 minutes late. So I made it. But it was that, you get to the seat and then you're just like, and it was pretty full. So I had to sit next to someone, and this person's like, ugh. And,
It's all your bags.
and it took me like 40 minutes to settle down,
Oh
I was just like,
gosh. How long was the train ride?
it's about 3 hours,
Oh, okay.
but just foolishness on my part.
Yes. Yes. Oh, we've all been there. We've all been there. Yeah. It's a good reminder to just get to the
Get
place.
to the
Like just
place,
get to the place
and
and then
then you
relax.
take your break.
All right? That's the truth with like flying or like any kind of just get there,
Yes.
then figure it out. Yes. Wow.
Well, that brings us to the end. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you going to try this week?
I need to look up the no demo reno situation.
Yes.
Yeah, I think would be right up my alley. That's the space I'm in right now. What about you, Malika?
I am going to keep reading this book, Draw Your Day. And I want to try to start
Yes.
doing more drawing, even in my planner.
Okay. Good for you.
Thank you for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description. If you like us, please rate, review, and tell a friend, and don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
You can find us on Instagram and YouTube at Happier Ladies and at happierladies.substack.com. All right, Malika, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Azizi. Bye.
Bye. In this episode, we give updates in the follow through, and then we share recommendations. Fading.
Uh-oh.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.